Okay, so hello everybody. Yeah, welcome to another programming tutorial, and we are still learning our Python. By this time around, today we are on the board, not on our PC. We'll go back to our PC very soon. But then let's try to understand some concepts that will help us in programming. It is used almost across every programming language. Put it in your mind, we are not only learning Python, we are learning programming. We are learning all the concepts that evolves around programming. So it will be very needful if we try to understand it very well, so that in case we even move to another programming language which is not Python, we'll be able to use the concept, just that the syntax might change, or the way we type it in the programming, the way we type it into our text editor might change, but then it's the same concept. It's the same concept across. So today's agenda is about how do let me even write it here. Oh, my shadow, why you disturbing? Okay, don't mind the shadow. Today's agenda is about variables. Okay, so someone might say, what is variables? Okay, so variables are one of the most useful concepts we need to understand in programming. If you really don't understand variables, I don't know, it will be very difficult. But then variables are very easy to understand, so don't worry, put away the worries. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so what is variables, or what is it? If somebody says variables, what does the person means? So in programming, anytime you hear oh shit, in programming, anytime you hear about variables, just remember containers. Variables are just like they are containers that are used for storing data. As in our normal world, we can use cans for storing things. We have cans for storing water. We have cans for storing everything. Those who cook, we knows it. Okay, we have containers for storing things in our physical world, and it is not different also from programming. In programming, we use variables to store data. So in case, let's say I have this variable. If you don't know about variable, don't worry. If you don't know about it in programming, we will do it in the next tutorial. But then we are learning the concept here. So in case I have this data, the data, hey, what's data? What? We have the age of somebody. So we can store that age in a variable. So the variable acts like a container. So let's say we have the age of somebody, not my age. Let me put a small age. We have age of a little boy who is 6 years old. But then we want to use the age almost every time in the in our program that we are writing. But then we don't want to continue typing the age almost every time. We want to make the age only static, so that we can continuously use it, or we want to make it in a such a way that if you want to change the age, you don't need to just go straight to where the program is and change it. We can change it in our program at any time. So there's a need for us to store the age, so that we can reference to it. The keyword is reference, so that we can reference to it at any moment and at any point in our program. So how do we do this? Okay, so in Python, it's very simple. Just use the assignment operator, which is equal to, if you don't know about this, don't worry, we'll talk about it later. So we just use the assignment operator, then you bring the variable on the left side. So put this one in mind, the variable is always at the left side, almost always, in across any programming language. I've not seen any programming language yet that the variable is on, or the variable is on the right. Almost every programming language that I see, the variable is on the left side. So let's say you have age. So here, the age of the boy you are talking about, or the girl you are talking about, is 6. So we don't need to use 6 in our program again. Right now currently we have age being age referred to 6. So anytime we type age in our program, or anytime we type age in our interpreter, or to our text editor, what the computer knows is, okay, this container or this variable called age is used to store something or a particular data. If that data is stored, or not stored, if that data is 6 in memory. So anytime the computer sees age, it goes straight uh, to our computer memory, then picks the data age. We can surely change it. We can say, okay, this time around, the boy is not 6 years again. A year has come and he has increased in age, so he's 7. So what we need to do is we need to change the variable. Oh no, not the variable. We need to change the data type. So we just come here and assign it again. Okay, so now the age of the person is equal to 7. Yeah. So now the age is not equal to 6 again, but at first we made it 6. But now it's not called the age is 7. The age is 7 because we have changed the age from 6 to 7. That is what we call mutability of a variable. A variable, some in some languages, is very easily to change the variable. So you can how should I, the variable is mutable. Yes, that's the simplest way that I can use. The variable is mutable, so we can change the variable. We don't need to specifically go and change the variable, or we don't need to specifically type the variable. If we assign the age to the variable, we need to just type age. And what does variable do? I think I've answered that question. I didn't even watch on the word. I think I've answered that question. Variables are just like, they are just like containers. They are used for storing data. So put that one in your mind. Like, that one is very, very needful. Variables, they are like containers that are used for storing data. Yeah, they are containers. And why should I use variables? Somebody may ask this question. Why should I even use variable if I can just type the data straight to the computer for the computer to manipulate it? You see, if you are writing a very small programming, if you're writing a very small code, it's very easy to remember everything and almost anything, and just use it like how you want it. But then let's say we are writing a program that has about million lines of code. Like, you can't remember everything. So it's very good and necessary to use variables so that it can store the data, and anytime you want to use that particular data, there is no need to go and just type the data specifically. Just type the raw data in your program, but then you can use the variable, and the variable reference is referenced to that data. So anytime the, let's say, age, anytime the computer sees age, it knows that, okay, this is 7. And let's say we have a variable called name. Don't mind my handwriting. I tell you, don't mind my handwriting. I have a variable called name, and it stores something like Obed. So in our program, anytime our computer sees name, it automatically knows that we are talking about this data type, or this data, Obed. We don't need to specifically type Obed repeatedly, or anytime we are writing our program, we don't need to type Obed. One of the most useful useful ways of choosing variables is, like, let's say it's not even name. Oh my board, let me go top and let me come here. let's see if I can write here. If you say I have like a sentence like this, send sent one, sentence one, which is equal to let's say Kofi is going to, am I spelling school correct? Those who do correct English, in case I spell it wrong, just type it in the comment box that okay, this is not the spelling. Maybe I'll change this later. Okay, so right now we have assigned Kofi is going to school to our sentence one as a variable or as a container. So anytime the computer sees Kofi is going to school, it knows that we are talking. Oh no, not anytime the computer sees Kofi is going to school. Anytime the computer sees sentence one, it knows that okay, we are talking about Kofi is going to school. So here is one of the most usefulness of variables. We don't need to type Kofi is going to school in our code all the time, because that sentence is very very long. So let me see. I'll maybe not even count the number of characters because it will take much of time. Okay, so this is more than, I think, more than 10 characters, and we can just type it once, then use it almost all the time, provided it is not above the scope we assign this variable. We can use it almost all the time. So here it's become very necessary to use variables. If you use variables, it helps one, to shorten your programs. You don't need to type long things, and you can use it repeatedly. You can use it multiple times in your program. So one variable, use it this is write one, uses many. So you can write it once, then use it many times. See, yeah. So there are more advantages of using variables, but then this video is just to introduce you to the concept of variables. In our next video, we will try and go straight into the code. So in the code, I will explain things to you, how we assign variables, how we assign names to variables, and some of the do's and don'ts in assigning name to variables, and we talk about data types too. So if you like this video, or you like to see contents like this, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to also to help grow the channel. Make sure you don't forget this one, like and subscribe to make the channel anyway. Okay, see you next time.